At evening, after Omasirachi finished having dinner with her parents, she told them she had something important to share. "What is it that you want to tell us?" Okoye asked. "Mother, father, I would like to travel to the village of Aguta. I hope you both will permit me to go," Omasirachi said. "Why do you want to go to Aguta, Omasirachi?" Ezine snapped. "Well, Omasirachi stammered, scratching her head. "Why do you want to go to Aguta all of a sudden?" Okoye asked. "You need to tell us your reason," Ezine added. "I want to work at the palace," Omasirachi replied. "The palace?" Okoye questioned. "Why do you want to work in the palace at Aguta?" Ezine asked. "Mama, I want to make King Obidike pay for what he did to me and my biological parents," Omasirachi said, as tears welled up in her eyes. "Come, my daughter, sit down," Okoye said, gesturing for her to sit close to him. Omasirachi sat next to her father. "My daughter, what do you think you can do to King Obidike?" Ezine asked. "I'll poison him once I start working as a maid in the palace," Omasirachi declared. Ezine smirked. "And if you do that, what makes you any different from King Obidike?" she asked. "I'm different from him. At least I'm not a murderer like him," Omasirachi responded. "But after you've killed him, you too will become a murderer." "There would be no difference," Ezine said. "Yes, your mother is right," Okoye added. "You just have to leave the fight to God. King Obidike will surely reap what he has sown." "But father," Omasirachi sobbed. "My daughter, let go of this plan to kill the king. It's nearly impossible. The king is always guarded, and you might lose your life trying," Okoye said, softly. Omasirachi began crying quietly. Okoye rested her head on his shoulder, gently patting her back. "It's okay, my daughter. Stop crying," Okoye whispered. Eventually, Omasirachi gave up her plans of traveling to the village of Aguta. Months passed, and Omasirachi erased all thoughts of revenge against King Obidike. "Papa, where are you going with all these fish?" Omasirachi asked, watching her father load the fish into his boat. "I'm going to the village of Aguta to sell them. There's a festival, and I've been asked to deliver this amount to the palace," Okoye explained. "Can I come with you?" Omasirachi asked. "No, stay here with your mother. I'll try to be back on time," Okoye said. "Okay, father. Take care of yourself. Goodbye," Omasirachi said as she hugged her father. Okoye arrived in Aguta, sold the fish to the royal chef, and received payment for his service. Delighted, he bought beautiful beads for Omasirachi and a few wrappers for his wife, Ezine, on his way home. When he got home, Omasirachi and Ezine were overjoyed with the gifts. "Papa, I hope you'll keep delivering fish to the royal chef of Aguta's kingdom," Omasirachi said as she tried on the beads. Okoye laughed. "I hope so too. That way I can keep getting nice things for you and your mother," he said. "Yes, Papa," Omasirachi responded, beaming. Ezine smiled as she thanked her husband for the gifts. A week later, Okoye was summoned to the palace once again to deliver more fish. He quickly went to the river to catch enough fish. As he was fishing, Omasirachi asked, "Father, why do the people of Aguta buy fish and seafood from Urua Kingdom? Don't they have their own river or fishermen?" "The people of Aguta do have a river, but for some reason there are no fish in it," Okoye explained. "But why?" Omasirachi asked. "I don't know. Only the people of Aguta can answer that," Okoye replied. "They don't have fish in their river because they have an evil king," Omasirachi said, hissing. "Oma!" Okoye shouted. "But father, it's the truth. They do have an evil king," Omasirachi whispered. "You need to watch your words. Someone could hear you," Okoye warned. "Okay, Papa," Omasirachi answered. "I'm done fishing. I'll take the fish to Aguta now, Okoye said. Okay, Papa, but I should come with you this time, Omasirachi insisted. No, no, no. Go home and help your mother. Tell her I'll be back before dinner, Okoye said. Okay, Papa, Omasirachi replied in a low voice. There's no need to be sad. I can take you anywhere, but not to Aguta, Okoye reassured her. Go home. I'm leaving now. I'll be back soon. Okay, Papa, I'll wait for you to return so we can have dinner together, Omasirachi said. All right, my daughter, Okoye smiled. Take care, father, Omasirachi shouted as Okoye set off. Okoye waved at Omasirachi, smiling, as she stood and waved back until his boat sailed out of sight. After Okoye sold the fish to the royal chef and received payment, he went to the market to buy some items for his wife and daughter. On his way to the market, he stopped at a place where palm wine was sold and decided to have a few cups. Once he finished drinking, he stood up and headed to the market. While Okoye was selecting items for his wife, Izin, and his daughter, Omasirachi, he felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned to see who it was. Okoye, you are summoned to the palace, said the chief guard. Why? Did something go wrong? Okoye asked. The chief guard ignored his question and signaled the other guards to seize him. The guards grabbed Okoye by the arms and dragged him forcefully toward the palace. What wrong have I done? Okoye asked in confusion as he was pulled away. While they were dragging him, his bag and money fell to the ground in the market. When they arrived at the palace, the guards presented Okoye to the king. My king, here is the fisherman, said the chief guard. You are the fisherman who tried to kill me, aren't you? King Obidike asked. Kill you? How? Your Majesty, Okoye responded, shocked. The fish you sold to the royal chef had a small hook in it, and the king nearly swallowed it, the royal chef explained. A hook? Okoye questioned. Immediately, Okoye prostrated himself before King Obidike. Oh, your Majesty, please forgive my negligence. I had no idea the fish I sold to the royal chef still had a hook in it, Okoye pleaded. Who prepared the fish? The king asked the royal chef. It was one of my cooks, the royal chef replied. Bring that person here immediately, King Obidike ordered. The royal chef and a guard quickly went to fetch the cook. My king, here is the cook, said the royal chef. So you're the careless cook who tried to kill me through my food, King Obidike said. My king, how could I ever try to kill you? The cook asked, trembling. Why was there a hook in my fish? It almost went down my throat, the king demanded. What, a hook? The cook exclaimed. Yes, a hook, the royal chef confirmed. I didn't know there was a hook when I prepared the fish. The royal chef instructed me not to cut it. If I had cut the fish, I would have seen the hook and removed it, explained the cook. King Obidike chuckled and said to the royal chef, He's blaming you. Okoye and the cook continued pleading for the king's mercy. Enough of your begging, King Obidike yelled. Guards, take them away and punish them, he ordered. Please, your Majesty, have mercy. I have a wife and daughter waiting for me at home. Please show mercy, Okoye cried as the guards dragged him away. Chief Izena was about to enter the palace when he saw the guards dragging Okoye and the cook. He stopped one of the guards and asked what had happened. The guard explained the situation. But the fisherman isn't at fault, Chief Izena said. The guards ignored him and continued to drag Okoye and the cook away. My king, Chief Izena called out as he entered the palace. What is it? King Obidike asked. My king, why did you order the guards to take the fisherman and the cook away? The fisherman is innocent. He couldn't have known there was a hook in the fish he sold to the royal chef, Chief Izena said. Unfortunately, he must pay for it. What if the hook had gotten lodged in my throat? What would you say then? King Obidike responded. But, Chief Izena began. No buts. My judgment is final. Anyone who sells or prepares food for me must be extra careful, or they will pay with their lives, King Obidike declared. As for you, King Obidike said, turning to the royal chef, if something like this happens again, I won't spare you. Thank you for your mercy, my king. This will never happen again, the royal chef replied. Leave now, King Obidike ordered. The royal chef bowed and left. My king, Chief Izena started. Izena, if this is still about the fisherman and the cook, drop it. I don't want to hear anything more about them. My judgment is final, King Obidike said. The guards who had taken Okoye and the cook whipped them mercilessly. Okoye and the cook cried out and pleaded for mercy, but the guards turned a deaf ear and continued to beat them. After several lashes, the chief guard walked in and ordered the guards to stop. Take them away and lock them up. They are not to receive any food or treatment, the chief guard commanded. Chief guard, the old man can't get up, one of the guards reported. Why isn't the old man moving? Force him to get up, the chief guard ordered. To be continued. Please subscribe to my channel, Time of Tales, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Also, like and share.